Hey, what's up everyone? So welcome to Chess Hangouts. So today we'll be covering a very special opening and it's called the England Gambit. Now this opening can be played by black against the opening d4. So just to be clear, this opening can be used in blitz games and can be played against players who are rated 1800 and below, because technically this opening is beneficial for white provided they play it perfectly. This can be played by black, especially in blitz games, just to catch them by surprise, because they'd be prepared with the d4 d5 or d4 nf6 line, and then you're playing e5 of all moves. So let's just get started and show you the basic opening and all the traps in it. And either way, even if you're white or black, it's always good to know this opening, because even if you are a d4 player, you'll have players playing the England Gambit against you, so that way you'll know what to play, so that at the end you will have the advantage. So we have d4 and we have e5, which is the England Gambit. So I'll just show you the very basic trap that can be done with this England Gambit. So we have white capturing the pawn, and we have knight c6, obviously attacking the pawn. And a very natural move for white is knight f3, just developing his knight as well as guarding the pawn. So you play queen e7. So now there are two attacks, so white needs to defend the pawn. So what does he do? Plays bishop f4. Again, a very natural move, it would seem, because white has just developed his piece, his bishop, and is also guarding the pawn. But now here comes the move queen b4 check. So you can see that black is also threatening to take the bishop. So now white is forced to go back and play bishop d2 in order to save his bishop. So now you capture the pawn. So you have queen into b2, and black is now threatening queen into a1. So now what is the only move for white to save his rook? So he'll play bishop c3, a very natural move. And now we have bishop b4. So now this bishop is now pinning this bishop, and so the bishop can't capture the queen. And now there are two attackers on this bishop. So what's the only move for white? He plays queen d2, again a natural move. So we have bishop captures, queen captures, and out of nowhere we have queen c1 checkmate. So now this is the specialty of the England Gambit, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you, against beginners or club players, will get to play this checkmate, because this is very hard to find, and even 1500 plus rated players fall for this day in day out. So let's see how to handle this position. So obviously let's go back a few moves. So after queen b4, obviously you'd have to play bishop d2, and after capturing the pawn, the right move here would be for white to play knight c3, which is the only move. So over here you should play bishop b4, again attacking the knight twice. So now the good move for white would be rook b1, which is a strong move. So now the queen would have to move to queen a3, which is the only logical move for black. So now over here, if white does know this line perfectly, he would play knight e5. So now white is threatening to capture the bishop, as well as threatening knight into c7 check, as well as taking the rook. So over here the only defense for black is to play bishop a5. Now he's guarding this pawn. So now the next move is a very strong special move for white, and it is very rare for white to play this move unless he knows this England Gambit line properly, which is also highly unlikely. But if he does, the right move here is to play rook b5. Rook b5 is a very strong move. So now black is forced to capture, so he has to play bishop into d2, we have queen into d2, and black has to play king d8, and it's fine. It's all right. I mean, you might be wondering that, the king just moved and king can't castle now, so king would be in deep trouble, but it's all right. It's fine. So over here, white is highly likely to play queen g5. So now here is another trap for you to play. You play f6, because now white is thinking, I play queen into g7, I'm gonna get a free rook and black is in deep trouble. But then again, you have queen c1 checkmate, and believe it or not, this is very hard to find for white, especially in blitz games.
I am noob.
That is the beauty about this gambit. I mean, this is such a rare checkmate that you see, that it never strikes you that there could be a mating threat. So that is the beauty about this England gambit. Now obviously, let's go to the start. e4, e5. Now if he does push and not capture, then it's just a normal chess game for you. You just play bishop c5, and then it's just normal development, nf6 and all that. And so if he does capture, we have knight c6, then we have knight f3. So another line that I could show you is, instead of playing queen e7, there's another line which is playing d6. So once again telling white to capture the pawn, and this is also pretty normal, because black's aim is, okay, you might be one pawn up, but then my pieces are much more developed and I have more space on the board. So black is playing for tempo, and this works in blitz games, because after e to d6 we have bishop into d6, we have knight c3, knight f6, e3, queen e7, bishop e2, bishop g4, white castles, and black castles on the queen side. Now this is a very interesting move, and there's a lot of potential for black, because as you can see, black is now threatening bishop into h2 and then having a discovered attack on the queen. So all in all, you could see that black's pieces are well placed on the board, and there's a lot of space, and this is a pretty good position for black. So black just sacrificed the pawn in order to gain some tempo. So these are the various lines that you can play using the England gambit. I definitely wouldn't recommend you playing this in serious tournaments and rated tournaments, but then in blitz games, come on, I mean, it's okay to have some fun. So hope you all enjoyed. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to learn any more gambits or openings that you would like me to cover. I'll definitely check them out. Thank you.